Hello? Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, Sarah, Aya, can you hear me?
Yes, Miss.
Thank you. It's great. You did very well in the quiz. Can you see the screen? Can you see my screen?
Yes, it's clear.
Yes, this is what the way. Can you see the word, the items here on top of the screen? We have resources, activity list, mastery, and grade book. When you click the grade book, all your grades come alive, as we say. The teacher can follow it. So you can do the same with your students. You get in, you name a class, you choose a class for yourself. You make a class for yourself, and you can add a new class. You can edit the class, and you can add the names of students as you wish. And if not, you can just leave it with student name, average, and the name of the quiz. And then they are going to get in and do the quiz. As soon as they press save and finish, the results appear here right away, like this one. So you can know how far your students have done with the quiz. On the other side of the page, if you can see it quite well, you have here grade book options. You have sort them by the lowest first or the highest, or alphabetically, or by last name. For example, I have chosen alphabetically. Let me choose alphabetically. You see, they have changed according to alphabetical order. If I'm going to use the last name, for example, so it's going to change it. Means the last person who got in, and so on and so on. Another option, which is very nice, again, display first attempt or last attempt, because you can give your students the chance to hide the answers, and give your students the chance to do the quiz more than once, to have a first attempt, second, even 10 times. So we can, I can ask for the first attempt only, I can ask for the last one, or simply I can ask display the best attempt. Maybe they have tried the quiz more than once and they got 50% and then 80% and then 100%. So we want the best one. Show the low score, row scores if you want to. Row scores means you can say how many questions were answered correctly out of the 7. You had 7 questions, so how many of them were answered correctly. This is the average, the percentage, but these Sarah, for example, you have answered 5 out of 7. Aya, 6 out of 7. Muhammad, 4 out of 7. Shireen, 6 out of 7. Sue, 4 out of 7, and so on and so on. So only show completed quizzes. Maybe someone have tried to answer the quiz but did not complete it. So would you like to see the completed ones only, or all of them? It's up to you. So these are some of the interesting options that you can use online with your own students. And as I told you before, that you can use them with you can use them with these kinds of alternatives. Here you can play the whole class, so you can get in more than one student doing the same thing at the same time, so you can find multiple students, or you can assign it as a homework, so they have the code as I gave it to you, or you can assign it as an exam. So in this case, everyone is going to do it in class, but they are going to do alone. And of course, you can hide the answers and things like that, so you can only see how far the students have already answered the questions. This was one of the examples of different kinds of apps that we have online. What do you think of this? Do you think it's easy to use it with your own students? Are you following me? Can you see that screen? Hello? Can you see my screen?
Yes, Miss Meher.
Yes.
I think it's easy.
Excuse me? You think it's easy? It can be used.
And interesting, yes.
Interesting. You liked it. You liked the idea. You like the
Yeah.
idea of the stars and the music and the sounds and so on?
Yeah, it was interesting, yeah.
That's quite nice. Shireen, what do you think of it? Do you think you can use it in your own classes?
Yeah.
Yeah. You think it's possible? It's not going to cause troubles when you give it to them as a kind of homework to do it when they finish the class and so on?
I can send them the code and they can do the test.
Yes, that's quite nice. That's quite nice. So that's quite nice because the most important thing here is that the students feel it's highly interactive and interesting, as I mentioned. So it's going to make them interactive and they would like to participate more in doing the homework that they are supposed to do. Here is also another example of online assessments that you can use as well. By the way, before I forget, here is the page of the quiz itself. When you, as a teacher, you do the quiz, you can see it like that. You can see that's the title of the quiz, who did it, and it belongs to which category, Common European Framework. If you don't want to put it, there is no problem with this. And then here you have a preview, see how your quiz game looks to the students. So you play the quiz, you see how how the students are going to see it before you publish it on the account for the students to see it. So you make sure that everything is okay. Also, here is another one. When you go down, it's the same screen. When you go a little down, you find different choices over here. You can start this for the class. So you click it, so it gets you in the class, inside the class, so it gives the code for the class, and the people, you can take the code and give it to the students. That's one way. Another one is give it as a homework, again, for the class. Here you can share it with your teachers, colleagues in school. You can print it if you'd like to in the form of a PDF, or you can add it if you find something wrong or you got a different idea, you wanted to improve the quiz, or you get rid of a question or something, you can edit it once more and then save it and go ahead with it. But that's the very interesting thing about it. Also, something which is very interesting, as you have already seen in the quiz, I have done different kinds of questions. The first few questions were for information. You want to know how far they have grasped the information that they saw on the quiz, on the video. And then later on, I asked for the spelling, because when you are teaching the students the vocabulary for the first time, you need to make sure that they understand the meaning and they can read it quite well and they can spell it. So you can ask them for the correct spelling, it can be, or you can put different kinds of pictures with different words and they have to choose which is the correct one for the picture. Of course, this depends on the age of the students and you can adapt it according to the different ages. Instead of using pictures, you can use definitions, for example. You can use synonyms, you can use opposites, antonyms, and so on and so on. Another interesting app also online, it's called OneNote or Class Notebook. It's very interesting. It's very, very close to Edmodo, again, once more, as the one that Shireen mentioned. It's very interesting, very simple, very easy to use. Again, here are the different kinds of screenshots for the different interfaces of the app. You can get in, you can make portfolio for yourself from here, the things that you have here, portfolio for yourself, portfolio for your students, portfolio for the different for exams that you're going to put, the worksheets that you're going to add to your students. You can ask them to add the homework over here, and then you can follow up and give them feedback on the homework, each one alone, and you can get with the whole class online, and you can give them feedback all in all. Another interesting one also is Read and Write and Improve, which we call it beta. It's very, very interesting. This is the beta. Beta Write and Improve, it belongs to Cambridge. They would like to help people to improve their writing. So you can get over there, you can choose a topic and write about it in English, and you get instant feedback. So when you write it, you choose a topic. This is how, for a beginner level, for example, you have different kinds of topics. You click on one of them, you write, they ask you to write, so you write a few sentences, and then you submit. When you submit it, they give you the results right away. If the sentence is colored green, this means that it's a correct sentence. If it's an orange one, it means half and half, it needs improvement. And if it's red, means it's completely wrong sentence. So you can click again and you can correct the writing and submit it once more, and they are going to follow up with you. There is also this is done for all levels of English from beginner up to advanced. And the interesting thing is that there are two categories: one for the IELTS academic and general IELTS general training, and there is also one for the first certificate of the British Comms. So you can your students, because you don't have enough time sometimes in class to correct all the writing that you want your students to do, you can refer them to the beta. They can do the writing, they can submit it, correct it, and then give you a feedback of what they have done. And you can get in, even take the account from them, and then get on the website and then check what they have done if you have enough time for that. This is very, very interesting. They call it beta. Let me write it for you in the chat. It's called BETA. BETA. They call it beta. Yes. And then we can, yes. Yes.
Ms. Ma, sorry for interruption. I think that I was late. So can you please summarize this part?
Angie Arbek, nice to meet you again.
Yes,
you have just come in?
Yes, I finished the quiz. Did you do the quiz? Just come in.
Yeah, because yes. I've given feedback for I've been giving them feedback for the quiz that you have done, and I have shown them how does it look like when you get the grades on the screen. It's like this. Can you say? Give me a minute. No.
Okay.
Can you see this? Can you see this?
It's still loading. Okay.
Have you done the quiz?
Yes, I have. I did it. But I stopped at. Let me show you the screen that I stopped at. It has 3 stars. That was the evaluation.
Did you choose
completed? And he gave me 3 choices: play again, save and finish, check your results.
Yes. Did you save and finish?
No, I didn't. I have just did it now.
You've just did it. Okay.
Yes.
And you put it under the name Sarah?
No.
Angie, I'm sorry, Angie. Yes. Here you are. Can you see yourself? Can you see yourself? Can you see your name here? Angie, are you following?
Sorry, Ms. Ma, I have a problem in my internet connection. So I can't hear you properly.
Can you see your name on the screen now?
Yes, I saw. Yes.
So you did very well in the quiz.
Yes.
Very good. We're going to give you a star. So if you want to see your score, in a different way, you can see it like this. You got 100%, means you answered all the questions 7 out of 7.
Okay.
Do you like it?
Alhamdulillah, it was very easy, and I like the way that we have to, because we have many problems with the students when they want to sign into the Kahoot application, if you know it.
Yes, of course, yes.
Yes, we face some problems in it because the parents can't sign in easily like this one, but I think this one is more than easy than the previous one.
Yeah, Kahoot is very nice and it's very colorful, but it's rather a quick one, and you don't see the question, you see just the answers. So that makes sometimes a problem with the students, but it's very interesting, gives you very good feedback as a teacher. This one gives you the feedback as soon as you click on the grade the book here, you get all the results of all the people who got in and did the answer.
So I have to make an account for me as a teacher?
Yes.
Okay. And after I finish the quiz, I have to send the link on the groups to the students.
To the students, yes. And as you saw that I gave you a link which is zzI.sh. They have to take this, they have to get in on this link and then add the code of the...
And then sign in as a student.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So I'm very sorry, Ms. Ma, but from where I can get the password that they have to put it in the password?
But that's what I explained when you were out or before you came late. When you were doing the quiz, let me get back to the
I'm very sorry, but I was in a live session. That's why I'm late. I was late.
It's okay. Let's
yes,
take
I
a
had
look.
a live session with my students.
Oh, that's great. Take a look at this. I'm sorry, ladies, we're going to get back a little to show her what we have done. When you do the quiz,
I'm very sorry for interruption.
When this is how you do the quiz, you put the title, you add the question, it gives you the screen like this. You put the question, put the correct answer, and 3 wrong answers. Okay?
Yes.
And then if you want to save it, and then you want to save it, and there are options here if you want to change anything about it. When you finish it, you want to finish, you have 2 choices, either to save it to your class or to save it to your library. If you save it to your class, you have these choices. You can play on the spot, play in class. You can assign for homework or assign as an exam. You choose any one of them, and you have different choices for you to adjust the quiz as much as you wish. And then you can, if you want to put it in the library, so you click add to my library, it's going to look like this. So when you as NG get in, you get in to a quiz right away and open it and do whatever you want to do with it. If you want to assign, you click the word assign over here. Can you see the word assign here? The word assign. Click it on assign. It's going to take you to your class.
Okay.
It's going to take you to your class. When it takes you to your class, as soon as you make a class, it's going to give you a code number right away.
Okay.
It's going, you are not going to do anything. They are going to do it for you.
Okay.
And then let me try to check the online here if I have it. Here, can you see this? I'm sorry again. Stop the share. Share screen. This one. Can you see this? Here, ladies, Shireen, Sarah, and Angie, when you get an ayah, when you get in, you have these choices. Either someone is going to play alone or the whole class is going to play together. The most important thing is that they get on this link and they get on the code number of the class. Okay. That's the main idea. And here you have a class. Can you see here the word class here over here? So this is the class. You can either add new class or you can edit the class and the students. It's up to you. If you want to assign a new activity, you can assign a new activity. So you can add it and you can make a new quiz again, right again from the beginning. Okay. So let me continue with this. Is one of the apps that you can do online.
Thank you so much, Ms. Maha.
You're most welcome, my dear. I hope you can use it and benefit from it. Another very interesting app, which is called OneNote.com or Class Notebook. It's very easy. It's very nice. It's like Edmodo. It's even much easier than Edmodo because you can have a whole portfolio for yourself as a teacher for your worksheets and all your work. And again, you can have a whole portfolio for your students. Each one of them can have their own portfolio and you can ask them to download their homework on this website and you can check it and then give them feedback personally, and you can make a meet up with the whole class and you can give them a wholesome feedback.
Class what?
It's called OneNote Class Notebook. This is the link. Can you see it? Can you see my screen? I'm sorry. It seems that I've not shared my screen. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. This is the OneNote.
Class notebook.
Oh, can you see it now?
Yes.
Okay. And then after that, we have a different one, which is the beta, as I have just mentioned here in the chat. The beta, B-E-T-A, yes. Yes, Shireen, they are wonderful websites. This is the beta where sometimes you don't have enough time to to ask the students to do enough writing in class, or you don't have enough time to correct it. So you can simply ask them to go to this website. It starts from the beginner level to the intermediate to the advanced, where the students can go and they can choose a topic. As you can see, different topics over here. They can click on one, they can write the topic, and then click submit. It's going to give them a feedback right away. If the sentence is green, it means it's correct one. If it's red, it means it's a wrong one. If it's an orange one, it means there is something wrong that needs to be corrected. The same thing is done. You can do some kind of practice for the IELTS academic and the IELTS general as well. But unfortunately, you have to pay extra money for these. And for the first certificate of the British Council, you can do some kind of practice writing for both of them, but unfortunately, you have to pay extra money for them, but it's highly efficient. Another interesting app, again, which can help you and help your students as well, the Socrative. It's a very interesting, again, app where you can make different kinds of quizzes. This is the way that the quizzes go. When you get in there, you have to assign to make an account first, of course, and then you have to choose what you are going to do. Are you going to do a quiz? Are you going to do a race, means a competition among the students? And what's the exit ticket? Are you going to give them a badge, a star, or you don't want to give them anything? It's up to you. And there are different kinds of questions over here. And then when you click on a quiz, it tells you, would you like to create a quiz? Would you like to import one from on your computer? For example, maybe you have a ready-made one. Would you like to check your own quizzes before, or reports? And then when you get in there, you want to do the quiz. So select an activity, okay? So you start writing the questions. You do start writing the questions, you put the correct answers over there, and you click the correct answer, and then you make submit, so it is saved and it has a title. So when you'd like to get on it, you just go and click quizzes, so it gets to your own quizzes. You choose the one that you'd like to work on, and it's the same thing. You can give, as you can see here, a code number for your own students in order to go and do the quiz. If you can see here the word launch. You can launch the quiz, so it gives you a code number, and you send this code to your students. The students get in with the code number and they do the quiz, and then you can click the results to see the results, as you can see here at the bottom of the screen. This is the very interesting one. You have the name, the class total, how many number of students are there, and when they answer the quiz, did all the students do questions 1, 2, 3, or some did left one out, or they did nothing. So you can have a full review of your own, the work of your own students. Another interesting one, which Angie has been speaking about, which is the Kahoot again. Kahoot, you can again add a picture. This is how you make a quiz. But again, you go in, you get an account as a teacher, and you start doing your quiz. You put a title for the quiz, a description for it. Is it for everyone or not? Because you have the choice to make it for everyone, for a certain class, and so on. Is it in English or what? And who is the audience? And then you start putting the questions and you submit. Yeah, as you can see here, add a question. And then you can take a quick, and what kind of questions, because it's not here in the screen, what kind of questions would you like to have? They have the multiple choice questions, the true and false questions, and choose the correct answer. And then after that, as you can see here, you put all the answers, you put a tick in front of the correct one, and then you save and publish. When you publish, it's up to you what you're going to do with it. Would you like to edit, to preview it, as we did before with the Quizalize? We want to see the quiz before we give it to the students. Would you like to play it, to ask the students to start? So it's going to give you a code for it. And then would you like to share it with your fellow teachers or whatever? So here, so far, we have dealt with Quizalize, we have dealt with Kahoot, we have dealt with Socrative, One Notebook, and we said that One Notebook is, class notebook is very similar to Edmodo. And again, this is beta. This is write and improve of the Cambridge one. This is the old interface of the app. So far we have dealt with about 5 or 6 apps that have to do with assessment online, and you can use them depending on your classes, how big your classes are, how far your students can use technology, how far are your students good with the language. It depends on all the circumstances that you have. That's the most interesting thing about it, is that we have a variety of apps that with different kinds of information that you can use to adapt it to your own classes. So far we have dealt with Quizalize, and we have dealt with Socrative, Kahoot, OneNote class notebook, and the Cambridge English Write and Improve, the beta one. Let me get you back to a kind of sum up for what we have already done. From this, we understand that assessment online can be an indicator of students' growth and learning. It helps instructors look at students' progress in grammar, organization, and development of ideas, that in case we are going to assess writing. You can analyze the students' contributions to a threaded discussion. For example, we have like when I showed you the video of Shakespeare at the very beginning, and then I asked you a few questions about the video about Shakespeare before I showed you the video, and in class when you showed the students the video and you finish and then you discuss it with your own students, you want to see how far they can speak about that kind of discussion or that kind of topic that you have dealt with. So you can use the different apps to check their understanding and conceptualization of ideas. And this allows the instructor or the teacher to create portfolios for the students' work, which is the most important thing. These are the references, some of the references that I've used with the assessment and different kinds of assessment that we have discussed. You can get back to them. They are highly beneficial, especially this one. 5 fantastic formative assessment tools, and assessment literacy of teachers. These are somehow interesting. If you have enough time, you can go to Robles and Marcel and Bruthen. They are going to discuss the idea of rubrics, how to make rubrics that can help you, help your students to understand how you are going to assess them in class. So far, I've dealt with these different apps. I hope they are beneficial enough for you. And if you have any questions, you're most welcome. Thank you. Any questions? If you'd like to open the mic and say something, if you'd like to.
Thank you so much, Ms. Maha. I really enjoyed the session, even if I was late.
Thank you very much.
Out of my hands, but I really enjoy it.
Thank you very much. You're most welcome anytime. You're most welcome. Any questions?
I'm going to use the one who's Quizalize, because we have final exam on Thursday for the students. Mm-hmm. So even if we finished, we prepared the final exam on the Kahoot, but I like the Quizalize, so I will try to assess the quiz on it. I think
that would be great.
Yes, I think that will be very nice for them, and it will help us also as a teachers for getting or receiving the marks of the students.
Yes, yes. Also, mm-hmm. Socrative is very nice, but the Quizalize, I think, is lighter. It's easier, I think. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Socrative also is nice, but the Quizalize is easier in dealing mm-hmm. with it. Yeah. Yeah. If you have any questions, you are most welcome to write anytime. You are most welcome.
Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Shireen and Sarah, do you have any questions? Anybody else?
Thank you, Ms. Maha.
You are most welcome, Hamid.
For your effort. It's really beneficial.
Thank you very much. I hope you can use it and you can give us a feedback of how you used it and how far it was useful for you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. And see, I'll put the recording on the page so that you can get to it again if you'd like to. If you want the PowerPoint, you can send me an email. I can send you the PowerPoint.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Maha.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
See
thank
you.
you so much, Ms. Maha.
Thank you very much. You have a nice time in Ramadan.
Thank you,
You
Ms. Maha.
too.
Thank you very much. See you.
Inshallah. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you.